Hey YouTube. Before I go to sleep, obviously y'all can see I'm about to, go to sleep, before I get back on the road. But this video I pretty much wanted to be about, it's not what you say, but it's pretty much how you say it. Now, I've thought about that because a lot of times people can cause arguments and not even knowing why the argument was caused. But a lot of times arguments can come from pretty much, it might not be that you meant it that way, but a lot of times you might not realize that how you're saying something is coming across real raunchy, or maybe it's coming across real offensive. So sometimes you gotta do a self-check to realize how are you coming at people. And the reason that I've thought of that, like a lot of times when I make any topic on my channel or anything talking about something, it's something that I've personally been through myself or that I personally can speak about. So I'm not speaking about it guessing unless I've just done research and then found something off the research I've done. And it was just crossing my mind because I tend to myself get into a lot of disputes with people, and I had to really like evaluate myself. Like, I know I don't mean no harm when I'm trying to speak to certain people that I speak to, but maybe it ain't what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it. Because, as an independent woman or as somebody that's used to handling business by herself, sometimes those type of people, whether you male or female, they can come across a little aggressive because they're so used to being aggressive in order to get things done. So if you are very independent or you just so used to getting things done by yourself with little to no help, really self-evaluate, because you got to realize that there's more people in the world than just you, and there's more people in the world that can help you and maybe even truly really care about you. And sometimes you can run people away because of how you talking to them. So I've gotten a lot better over the years and months, because a lot of times it's a saying, whereas if you're going through the same thing with a bunch of people, it's not them, it's you. So that goes to show that, let's just say arguments, for instance, if you having the same type of argument with more than one person, then and a lot of times that more than one people is saying the same thing. Like maybe more than one people is saying, you need to stop talking to me like that. And maybe it is different people telling you the same thing. Self-evaluate, is how you talking to people. So a lot of times, communication is one of the hardest things to be effective at, but it's not impossible. And a lot of times, a couple of things you need to be an effective communicator is learn to do more of this. Learn to be more of a listener than be quick to speak. Because a lot of times you can diffuse a situation just by listening to see what the problem even is. And it really takes listening on both parts, because obviously you want to be heard too. But then when you feel like nobody's listening, that could probably trigger you to be upset, or it might even trigger you to make your pitch go a little higher, to where you might start really getting aggressive, to where you're like, well, you're not listening to me. So that to say, do more of listening. Actually try to see where somebody's coming from. Be open-minded. Don't be so closed-minded to where you like, well, you know it all. Nobody on this planet knows all of nothing. The only person that knows it all is the Lord. As a human being with the capacity that our brains have, there's no possible way that anybody on this planet knows everything, unless you are alien or something like that. So just really think about all the arguments that you've been dealing with. Think about all the people you come across, like all the altercations that you had. Truly think about it and put it into perspective. Am I the culprit? Am I the one that's being super aggressive to everybody and don't even know it? Like, really self-evaluate. Because as you live in life and you get old enough, you should be self-evaluating anyway, to where you just think about things to better yourself. Because each day that you wake up and you're not in that ground, that should be another day that you can better yourself to have a better day, a better future, a better career, a better family, a better relationship with your wife or your husband. And that's another thing too, man. You know, a lot of times, you know, a wife and a husband, they can tend to want to separate or get divorced over something as simple as lack of communication. And you'd be surprised at how lack of communication is the main reason why infidelity or people go and cheat on each other. Because a lot of times people just want to be heard. They just want to feel wanted. And part of feeling wanted is being able, like, I should be able to talk to you, honey, about how I feel without you judging me. Or vice versa, the husband. I should be able to talk to you, sweetie, without either you not listening to me or you talking over me every time I got something to say. So they say that there's love languages, and I supposed to have been doing a video, which I'm not going to forget. I'm going to try to get to it. But like I said before, some women might feel love when their husband buy them something. Or for men might feel love when the woman is screwing them all the time. So it's different things, levels of the love languages that make somebody feel loved and wanted. And that's part of communication. Like a lot of times too, communication don't have to just be verbal. It can be something as maybe how your body language. Because sometimes you don't have to say something and you still saying something. Just by your simple facial expression. Maybe your mug broke down, like, what that look like? Like I got my face broke down like this, right? Well, don't pay attention to the laugh. I'm trying to be serious right now. Let me break it down again. But you know what I mean. If you see somebody or you see your wife or your husband face broke down like that, let's be real. I mean, I know you're going to laugh at me because I look stupid. But what I'm saying is a face like that generally means that they're mad. Even if they don't say they're mad, just the look of it, oh, he's mad. So communication plays a big role in everything. And if you really love the husband you with or the wife you with, why can't you just take some extra time to get to know them? Like a lot of times couples be together, especially in the beginning, just for physical reasons, just because they think she was really attractive or he was really attractive, or maybe she got with him because he had a lot going for himself, so she saw a future with him. But a lot of times the women always end up loving the man more than the man loved the woman. You know, most part men do fall head over heels, but it's just really a communication gap. So you really just got to sit there, do more listening and observing. Watch that person that you love. Watch what makes them light up. Watch the things that they love to do. Like, you'd be surprised how if you just sit back and you just watch your wife, you'll realize you never realized that she wears a lot of red. So maybe red is her favorite color. You never realized that she always tends to put jelly on her toast, so she likes jelly. Because you just so quick just to not pay her no mind. You don't even know your wife, and vice versa. You so quick to want to just ask the dude for money that you don't even know your husband. You don't even know his struggles. You don't know what makes him mad. Like, all this stuff comes into play with just observing, watching verbal cues and nonverbal cues. Even with family members. Like, a lot of times family members are so selfish, as every man for himself, to where nobody really wants to get to know their sister or get to know their brother. So, you know, they might bicker over the smallest things that can seem so huge to you and whoever you bickering with. When a third party come in that's not related to you, that can see from the outside, will look at both of y'all like, man, y'all arguing over this? This is so small. That's why sometimes, you know, in relationships, you know, whether it's your spouse or whether it's family, you have to go to get family counseling or go and get marriage counseling, because it takes that third person that has nothing to do with y'all to truly see, you know, y'all problem from a clean perspective. Because when you try to see it from the perspective of you the wife and you the husband, it is tainted with conflict of interest, because y'all having that perspective on judgment mode, to where maybe the guy broke your trust, so you can't really clearly see that he's trying to change because you don't trust him no more, and vice versa. Maybe the woman be nagging a man so much that maybe she's trying to change, but because in his head she's a nagger, that's all he got in his head, to where it might take somebody that don't know you or him, and he can look at it and try to put it into a better perspective to help people, families, or couples to kind of mend what has been broken, through lack of communication. So a lot of times it starts with the tone of voice. It starts with the nonverbal cues. It starts with, it's not what you said, but how you said it. There's so many different perspectives on people. Like, the way I might take something, the next person might not take offense to it. So if you dealing with somebody on a regular basis, get to know what ticks them off. Like, observe. Really take time to listen and observe. You be surprised how much you will learn about people, or from the person you're with, or your family, just by taking the time just to shut up and listen. I'm learning that, because a long time ago I used to be, and can still do it sometimes, a lot of times, to where somebody be talking, and before they can finish, I just butt right in like, dang, I ain't even finished saying what I had to say. So I'm changing. I've changed a lot, and I've learned to become more of a listener to people that I love, or people I get to know, because actually listening actually helps people. And if you one of them people with a big heart that likes to be a helper, then what does it hurt just to listen? Just listen. Listening don't hurt nobody. You learn a whole lot, and I love learning. So I'm gonna learn to shut up and learn to listen and learn from people that can teach me something. So I just thought I'd share that, because that crossed my mind. So many different topics crossed my mind that I would like to, teach, to where I can't do it all. So my channel, I have so many videos for days. I mean, this channel going to be everlasting ending, because I have so many experiences that I can share, that maybe it can be of help to the next individual going through what I've been through, going through such and such. So time is of the essence, everyone. Let's love each other and not judge each other. Remember, we got to have the open mind, to where it's not what you saying, how are you saying that, for real. So I love you guys. I gotta get my rest and stop messing up on here with y'all, but y'all just so entertaining. I'm just so enjoying all the new subscribers, all the different people. Gosh, man, YouTube is really a great platform to get to meet so many beautiful people. Y'all are so beautiful out there. That's another thing too. Get rid of that low self-esteem. Get rid of that doubt. Get rid of any negative energy that you holding on to, and know that no matter who you are beautiful, you are loved, you are worth something. Whatever your heart desire, just know that you deserve it, baby. But you have to work for it now. And trust me, if nobody cares about you, just remember that Keeping It 100 Experiences, I care about you. I might not know you yet, but eventually we'll cross paths, whether it's through an email, a phone call. Oh, that's another thing too. I just put my business phone number in the, it's a community section on YouTube where you can post different things that you're doing. So I post my business phone number in this community section of my YouTube page. So if you want to call and ask about advice, whether it's about life, trucking, anything that I can help, I'm here. I'm not, now remember, I ain't on here for no freaky deaky stuff. So any guys that trying to call just to holler, please don't do that, because I will ignore it, block your number, and all kind of stuff. But I'm just here on a genuine note, trying to help the next fellow brother or sister, even young kids out there. So like I said, let me get up off here. I gotta get ready to get some rest so I can get going. And you guys are very loved by me. I might not know you yet, but we will cross each other paths one day. So I love you, everybody, and deuces once more.